Good evening, folks. Welcome to Everyday KT number 36. Today, we are going to talk about how to make a kilt closet or kilt armoire on the cheap. So, as you can see, I'm not in my normal spot. Show you the armoire that I made. So, first thing you can see behind me is you got this big, old school entertainment center. These were prevalent and everywhere back before flat screen TVs. You had this awesome space up here to put the TV and down here to put whatever else. So basically what you've got, you open it up, is, as you can see, you get a humongous space right here, platform for the television, and all this space for the TV. Now this, from what I can tell, is one of the vastly more expensive versions of these old the old TV entertainment centers. It actually had a couple of towers next to it that had glass doors and everything. It's very cool. But you can find these things all over the place on Craigslist, Facebook, yard sale sites, everywhere for free or cheap, because with the advent of the flat screen TV, these things are useless now. They're nothing. So, what you do, first thing, you scour Craigslist for these things. Like I said, you can get them for free. I've probably gone through 3 or 4 before I found this one. And you find one that you like, that you can actually pick up. I needed to have my dad come help with this one, and I had to bring my truck. It's a beastly monster. So, first thing you do is you find the thing. Then you get it home, get it situated where you want it. And if it is one that has shelves or guts or something like that in here, rip all that stuff out so that you have at least enough room for a kilt. As you can see, like I've got that beautiful handmade box pleat from Matt Newsom as a decent example. Make sure you've got enough room to hang it from a rod inside, and then it'll go all the way down without hitting anything, and you can get the doors closed. Some of these things are fairly narrow for smaller televisions, so you got to be careful. You probably want it at least 18 inches deep. 20 or more is probably better. So clear all that crap out, and then you see right here, this is a $7 hanging rod from Lowe's. You can get it. It's in a plastic wrapped thing. It's just literally the rod wrapped in plastic, and it's probably about 2 feet long, 2.5 feet long. Cost you about $7. They're kind of a pain in the ass to find in the store. Go down the shelving aisle where they have all the built-ins and all the stuff to make your own cabinetry, and not cabinets, closet, shelving, and all that other crap. And they're probably down on the bottom underneath all the racks of expensive stuff, just kind of tucked in there. They're like $7, maybe $8. The one I got this one. But you just take this rod and you screw it in on each end, over there and over here, so that you have enough room to put the hook over the hanger, and boom, you're done. You have a kilt closet. It cost you, what, $8? Well, taxes, maybe $10 total for the kilt hanger, for the rod. The armoire thing, free or really cheap, because a lot of people have these in their houses and they want to get rid of them because they're taking up a ton of room. And you can put a TV right on the wall, so these things are useless. If you have one of the more ornate ones, you'll get really lucky. This one has a pedestal in the base, and underneath it, it actually has some spots. So you can actually take and put containers of various stuff in there. This one has some of my old Boy Scout stuff in there that I wear when I'm in my Class A's. This one has all of my flashes. All the different ones. You've got Brotherhood of the Kilt, McTavish, McLaren, some basic red ones. All the flashes, they all fit right there. And of course, you've got over here, you've got the fun stuff. I've got a 19th century sporran, an old deer hair sporran that I got on eBay, and all my skeins. Right here, all set up. It's all in the same spot, keeps it out of the way, keeps everything safe. Nothing gets wrecked. And if you're lucky and the one you get has a lot more storage, down here, boom, Boom. Foot gear. All the stuff that you don't really want to stick it down there. So, since we're talking about armoires and kilt storage, for those of you who are still trying to figure out how to hang up your kilts, I'll show you what I do. Now, there are as many ways to do this as there are people who wear kilts. So I'm just showing you this is the way that I do it. Some people do it differently. Some people prefer custom-made hangers and all kinds of crap. But I don't have money for that. So I just work with stuff I can find everywhere. Normally what I'll do is I'll use for lighter kilts, I'll get a hanger like this. It's just a cheap plastic hanger with clips. Now they have a couple of different styles of these. At the store, when you're looking at them, make sure you grab the ones with the strongest clips you can find. That way it'll allow you to hang up some of your heavier kilts. If you don't have those, here's another style here. I don't like these as much because they're not as long this way, but they're a lot shorter. So if your armoire or closet does not have all the room, enough room to go from the top to the bottom of it, you can use this one and it'll save you a little bit of space. Let's see. Now I've got another type. I tried to experiment with these. These right here, see this? It has the rubber tips on the end. These suck. These suck horribly. They're expandable and the clips have pretty decent strength, but this rubber slips on the kilts. It might as well be well-oiled stainless steel. So I have a bunch of these and they suck. I don't have any of these being used. So let's see. Yeah, those are all of them. But so the beauty of having something like this is, okay, so you've got your kilts, right? But then, you can always throw a couple of white shirts in here for your going out and doing formal stuff. You can put, here's the tuck shirt for my Prince Charlie. Random work clothes. And, of course, my Argyle and my Prince Charlie jackets and vests, all in here. All tucked away safe, behind closed doors. They don't get messed with. So, if you have the ability and the space, get on Craigslist, get on the Facebook yard sale sites, and find one of these things. Because they're cheap or free. You can set it up in the house, and you're good to go. Now, if you don't have that kind of room, or you can't find one of these things, just go to Lowe's, grab one of these bars, cost you, like I said, somewhere just south $10, and you can actually stack them in a closet, one down low and one up high if you have a lot of kilts, or you want to put one for kilts and one for all your shirts and everything. Again, very cheap, very efficient, very effective. Now, I'm going to warn you, they have several different styles, and the expensive ones can get ridiculous. You don't need to spend a bunch of money on this rod. Just get the cheap one. Make sure the one you get is long enough. If it's too long, you can cut it. If it's too short, you're kind of screwed. So just grab one of these, and you're good. So, let's see, anything else about this thing? No, the cool thing is, though, is if you have one of these, the outside of it, you can put all kinds of cool stuff. I have one of these right here that's nailed to the side of the thing. A really good friend of mine carved this for me many years ago, and it just sticks up there on the side. So I'm going to need somebody to pick a volume for Kiltology for tonight. While I'm putting that away, now all of these hangers, Walmart or Target. You don't need to spend a bunch of money getting the really fancy expensive ones. You can. They do have some. Kelly, we're going to do volume 2. They do have some where they're wooden like this, except it's actually 2 pieces of wood and they crimp together. Those work pretty well. I actually might have one. Give me a sec. Nope. Okay. Sorry about that. I actually have another closet that I keep some of the more special kilts that I don't wear hardly ever, or if at all, the prototypes and stuff like that. But I don't have that one. But it's basically 2 pieces of wood that press together. Those are great for thin kilts. I found with the thicker, heavier weight kilts, my Stillwater heavyweight especially, it's kind of a pain to get them to press because the wool is so thick. So you can give them a shot if you can find them, but they are very pricey. And if you have several kilts and you try to find a way to hang them up, they will get in the way. So we're going to look at volume 2 today. Oh, by the way, these right here, before I get into that, these that come with clothes, you know, the really, really cheap ones, when you buy stuff off the rack, these are great for lightweight kilts like a Stillwater kilt or a lightweight utility kilt. I wouldn't put a wool kilt in one of these at all, ever. They all fall out. I've tried it a dozen times, if not a million, and they just don't have the strength. They're really flimsy because these are the ones that come with clothes you buy at Walmart or Target or wherever else you go, and they tend to break pretty easily as well. So these are great, like I said, sport kilts, the really, really, really light kilts, but that's about it. So Nathan, this is the last of it. So thank you. Kiltology Volume 2. Today's Kiltology. Kiltology number 351. Curiosity. It is well-known saying that curiosity killed the cat. The only thing curiosity ever did for a kiltie was to get him on the business end of many a curious lass's father's shovels, pitchforks, and other implements of retribution. Worst part about the situation, he wasn't even the curious one. So, gentlemen, always remember, when curiosity is involved, it doesn't matter if you're the one that's curious or not. If the dad doesn't like you, you're screwed. They're gonna hunt you down. So, that's today's episode. Again, you can find one of these things cheap or free on Craigslist. They make awesome kilt armoires. Keep everything where you want it and out of the way and without any trouble. Keep it safe. Till tomorrow, do me a favor. If you can, share the video. There's a lot of folks out there and a lot of different kilt groups who don't have this video shared in that group. So if you could, just share the video in whatever kilt group, on your own Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. There's a lot of people who don't have this information and would really do well to have it. So please share the video to everybody. And leave me a comment down below and let me know what you want to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be viewer's choice. Whatever you guys want to talk about, the most popular topic will definitely get tomorrow's subject. So, here's to you, Slanja, and as always, be strong, put a kilt on.